Welcome to John Furlong Gymnasium in Woodland Hills on the campus of Taft High School. Boys volleyball tonight. Toreadors number 7 in the city section hosting Chatsworth, the Chancellors, the number 1 team in Los Angeles. Randy Rosenblum set to call the play-by-play with Will Reinhardt. Chatsworth to serve first.
Chatsworth is hungry. They're number 1 this year, but they were the runner-up last year. They're looking for momentum going into this year's playoffs.
Palisades was the champion a year ago. Ramos Lewis with the first kill of the match.
And you commented on him in the pregame. Physical specimen. You know that he can light the ball up. It's just a question of can he get consistently enough opportunities to make a big difference tonight.
These teams met a couple weeks ago, and Chatsworth held off Taft in 5.
Yeah, Chatsworth coming back from a Vegas tournament a little bit out of sorts, a little bit tired, and of course they got pushed real hard by Taft, 15-6 in the fifth set.
Number 2, Pohavits, just hit it wide. He's the star hitter for the Chancellors.
You know, they're high school kids, and there's going to be a certain amount of energy with the cameras, the lights, all that. It's a rivalry game. I would say don't read too much into the first, few points. Let's let them settle down and see what they're all about.
Sam Henry, number 2, the star of Taft, big-time hitter. Terrific serve. Kim to set it. Pohavits with the left hand is dug. It's roofed, but wide.
No, in. Linesperson called it in, caught the line, so that block is going to stand up.
Wow, it looked like it was wide.
It was close. I think Armin thought it was out, but very quick, decisive call by the linesperson.
First point for Chatsworth. Patrick McCarthy, the serving specialist. Abrams, a lefty. There's 3 lefties that play in the rotation for Taft.
Oh,
that one comes back. Pohavits with the block and another point for Chatsworth.
It looked like he was heading out of bounds, and it just caught his arm. So, hey, 2 big blocks for 2 big points for Chatsworth.
McCarthy, a sophomore setter, when they play a 6-2, puts it in play again. Pohavits. And suddenly it's 3-all, just like that.
I think he'll be able to do that a lot tonight, especially if Chatsworth is able to stay in system as well as they have been this season. Watch out.
He's going to George Mason.
George Mason is one of the best programs on the East Coast in the D.C. area, and he's going to be a great fit for the Patriots.
Una Akalu able to get up on the net. That's a point for Taft. Net violation against the Chancellors.
Yeah, you had right there an example of Nate Kim getting a little excited, seeing this big moment on TV, and he followed through on the net. Rough one.
Max Ammerberg with the glasses to serve.
Yeah.
Looks studious, doesn't he?
He does. Is he old enough to serve?
Yeah, I think so. He's young, though. He's but a sophomore.
He can't be served, but he can serve.
I like that. That's pure power from Pohavits.
Think about it. If you're Nate Kim for the Chatsworth Chancellors, I mean, who do you want to set? That guy's he's a side-out machine.
Sina Agassi and Armin Mercado, 2 coaches that know each other well.
Yeah, I know both of them well, and they know each other incredibly well, seeing how Sina used to play for Armin.
Right here at Taft.
That's right. Sina has been over at Chatsworth for about 9 years now, and Armin started back in 2000 with Taft.
They talk or text every day. They're the key players for the Toreadors. Una Akalu pounding away in the middle.
That's
5
true.
apiece.
That's true, but I think there was a little bit of radio silence this week. Game week, rivalry week, they don't want to tip their hands too much, right?
Taj Una Akalu, 6'7" middle. Just a junior for the Chancellors. Four contacts, point Taft.
So I know you love the fireworks of the pounding and the blocking and everything. I got to give a shout out right there to Sam Henry, whose pass made that play happen. Really sweet pass off of a tough serve.
Abrams, who will either go to Princeton or Yale. He's been offered at both schools. Pohavits is blocked. In the middle, Yedidi.
Yeah, the GPA, I don't know about the city volleyball rankings, but the GPA rankings definitely favors Taft. They got some real academic all-stars.
Well, Abrams is 4-5, and he served it long. It's funny, I was talking to him before the match to Aaron Abrams, and he said, well, 4-5, a lot of people have that. I didn't know 4-5 was that common.
You didn't try to influence him? I mean, you were Harvard, weren't you?
No.
You didn't? Oh, okay.
Harvard to the west. That was Cal State Northridge.
Well, Harvard, Northridge is similar.
Sam Henry.
So, again, even though he's a lefty, they can set him on either pin. They can set him in the middle. I mean, again, you got a guy like that. You want to give him the ball as much as you can.
Taft is having early success.
Yeah, again, we're starting to settle in a little bit, but we should expect a very tough match today.
Song to set. Another block. Ramos, Lewis, and Henry were there.
And the fire, the emotions there, you saw that as they celebrated that block. The question is, this is not best of one or best of three. This is best of five. And usually the team with the upper hand will emerge.
Taft doing a nice job getting the wall up. There's Pohavits out of the back court. That back row attack. That one's down.
Wow, threaded the needle there. Pohavits with the big pipe attack, and then Sam Henry coming in with a little feather drop right on the line.
I like the touch.
Yeah, very soft. You got to have both. You can't just be all power.
Are you sure about that? In the middle was all power for Justin Dixon.
That's right, on a triple block, he's able to get the tool and restore a little order for the Chancellors.
Chatsworth's key players, and Pohavits is terrific. Una Akalu, a huge presence in the middle, and you've seen that already. Henry had that one come back. That's beautiful technique for Chase Dunn.
It's excellent technique, excellent skill on the pass to set up that play, and then a great finish.
8 serving 10. We go to 25 in each set. You must win by 2. In the fifth set, they go to 15. Henry's blocked. Justin Dixon is the man with the obstruction.
That's a real nice looking block, solo block right there. I'm catching both of these setters trying to solve the other team's defense right now. And so far it's been a bit of a trick for both sides. A lot of blocking action.
9 serving 10. Dunn pulls it off the block. We're even at 10.
So smart, so crafty. Take it down the line. I mean, you got to go and use the fact that they have an undersized setter. You know, it's Hayden Song's doing what he can, but I mean, he does have a little disadvantage size-wise there.
Panate puts it back in play. Chatsworth has its first lead at 11-10.
It's a great shot there. Now, look, this is what you're worried about, right? Sam Henry didn't make the pass there, put his setter in a bad position, and the ball ends up going out of play as a result.
Ace for Panate.
So I know you don't like to hear it because you're all about the fireworks and the pizzazz at the net, but honestly, there you go. The pass, second time in a row, really bit Taft in the rear end.
Luis Panate. Now he takes something off the second serve. Bothus into the corner. Alex Bothus is an interesting case, number 7. The point guard on the Derek Kaler Championship City basketball team.
So he's going for the rare double. In fact, Coach Mercado said no Taft players ever won both in the same season. So, yeah, a lot to live up to there.
That one is fired wide.
Oh, but tough call. They got a net violation, which is going to bail out the offense and give a 2-point lead to the Chancellors there. Rough. Bad timing
that
for
was wide, too.
Yeah, bad timing for that mistake.
Dunn serving. Bothus. Well, the basketball player's pretty good at volleyball.
A lot to live up to. Is he NBA ready? Probably not. But the last 3 point guards to win city championships at Taft all ended up in the NBA. So a lot to live up to there.
Spencer Dinwiddie, Jordan Farmar,
Larry Drew Jr.
Larry Drew Jr.
Larry Drew Jr. All right, come on. Let's see what we got here. Sam Henry with a beautiful serve.
The floater. Dunn from the deep court is blocked. Bothist.
You know, it was a really excellent serve position-wise. They got the right person passing, and that put Chatsworth out of system a little bit.
7 plays with a lot of emotion.
A lot of emotion, a lot of passion, and he's very intelligent as well, so that's a great package.
Deadlocked at 13.
Ooh.
That hit the antenna. That's a point for Taft.
Second time this set that we have seen Bohovitz put a ball left, wide left. I mean, he might be, kicking for the Buffalo Bills or something. A little Scott Norwood action.
You're giving your years away. That was a long time ago.
Not to those of us who are in the Bills Mafia. Feels like yesterday.
That one's hit long.
Coach Mercado desperate for a touch. Not going to get it.
We're even at 14. Well, what we expected. Tight match early.
Especially in the first set. I was thinking that would happen. I mean, for something to happen special night for Taft, this is the start you need.
How vital is it for the Toreadors to win this set?
Oh, my God. Well, in addition to the bragging rights for all the club teammates that are here, I mean, obviously huge implications for playoffs.
How about Bothist? Another kill.
Hey, he's channeling that championship experience from the basketball court.
Number 7. He's been terrific since coming in. He'll get a breather. Back row specialist will come back on. That's Ammerberg to serve again. 15-14, home team. Again, we're going to 25. You must win by 2. On the joust, it's on the Chatsworth side. Bohovitz, well, they controlled him. Abrams is blocked. The big fella. Una Akalu.
Taj with the big block right there. I can tell you these setters are hurting their pin hitters a little bit by getting so tight because with the size and athleticism at the block, you really have nowhere to go.
2 good officials here, and Rich Skalma and Carl Weingartner, veterans of City Volleyball. They're overseeing this match.
In excellent hands with both of these gentlemen.
Specifically to a spot, and Cashman was accurate. Edon Cashman, along with Riley Goldman in there, formidable.
Coach Mercado's going to love that. Hayden Song with a very creative dish back and get the one-on-one option and the nice kill.
Tremendous power from Bohovitz, but it's still alive, and Cashman gets it on the other side. Bohovitz again. Armin Mercado is motivated. His Toreadors lead by 2.
He knows that if they're a little undersized, maybe a little undermanned, that this is the kind of effort and performance you're going to have to give. You're going to have to scratch and claw for all of it.
He loves his setter, Hayden Song. Says he's our best player by far. That's not a good set, so Bohovitz had to just shove it over to the other side. Kim with a gorgeous set. But terrific work by the middle of Taft. Bohovitz is blocked. What an effort from Joshua Yedidi.
In volleyball, that's something defense can give you. When you get yourself an extra possession, extra point, it leads to so much momentum on your part.
Timeout, Chatsworth. They're down 18-15.
Yeah,
on our Amtrak Pacific Surfliner game of the week.
That's already a little mini victory, getting this far into it and having to make Cena pull his first time out.
Well, this Taft team is playing with wonderful emotion.
I think they've been, circled this game since the 5-setter and figuring this is a great measuring stick for us. We want to make a move. We want to set ourselves up for a deep playoff run. It's teams like this that you're going to have to cut down, and so far, so good.
Just witnessing the first few points of the match, though, you have to be impressed with Bohovitz and his pure power.
Oh, absolutely. The power's got no question about it. The thing is Chatsworth getting a little predictable by relying on him a little too much? They have to trust some of their other
Do you
parts.
think they are?
Well, certainly in the last 4 or 5 points, yeah. I think Taft knows exactly what to expect.
You did. He's been great.
Yeah.
He's come into that middle. And coming to the match, Taft felt their middles were going to have to step up against that tall trees up front of Chatsworth.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, with Alex Bothas, he's a bit undersized. He's athletic as all get up, but he is a little undersized. So they knew their middles would be a bit of maybe an exposed sort of vulnerability for them.
Bohavitz got it off the net, and thus he gets the kill.
Middles are probably meant to block and not dig, so little bit of a rough option right there. That was a little one-handed sort of oopsie-doo.
Bohavitz with the jump serve. They pass it well. That one's through again for Josh Yedidi.
A little excuse me kill, and Noah Beauregard could not dig it up.
Josh is coming off a match yesterday where they beat Birmingham in 5 and had 14 kills. So what we're seeing from number 23, he did it yesterday. And there's a hitting error on the outside from Beauregard.
Well, I think his great-great-great-grandpappy will be a little upset with that one.
20-16 for the home team, the Toreadors, 18-8, 4-2 in West Valley League action. Chatsworth 24-7, 5-0 in the league. Una Akalu.
The Chancellors absolutely have the horses. The question is, do they have the emotional sort of composure to be able to put that together?
Jake Perez, the libero, to serve. He's all city. Senior. And another winner from the outside from Sam Henry. He's a 6'5 junior, and he's highly effective.
The lefty on the left side delivering.
Taft 4 points from winning the first set against the top-ranked team in Los Angeles. That one's pushed through by Dixon.
Wow, what an amazing, amazing play there by Nate Kim. I'm impressed when the setters have that kind of body control to make something out of nothing like that. Beautiful save.
Penate back in, and the last time he served, he did a nice job. Chatsworth put together a string of points. Down 3 are the Chancellors. There's the ball up, and it's Dixon roofing one-on-one. He beat Bothast.
Well, if the Chancellors come back in this set, it's going to be this rotation that was their undoing. They need to get back in it, and this seems like a great rotation for Chatsworth right now.
And terrific serve again by Penate. Henry was blocked back. We have a net violation, however.
That was not a net violation. That was some serious tuna. That was the world's wildest catch right there. Boy, that was a lot of net. World's deadliest catch? Is that what they say?
But it was a net violation.
Are they sponsoring this show, by the way?
No.
Okay.
Pacific Surfliner. Amtrak. Pacific Surfliner. 22-19. The middles are doing the job for Taft. Dunn mishits that one. It's 23-19 Toreador.
For set 1, Chatsworth has their back against the wall. 23-19, very difficult to come back from.
Timeout on the floor by Chatsworth. 23-19. We'll step out. We'll hear from Pacific Surfliner.
Hey, it's Vanessa, and we are exploring San Luis Obispo. There are so many different unique places to visit here in the city. Right now, we are at one of them. It is called Bubblegum Alley. 2 million pieces of gum on this wall. Also in downtown, you'll find one of California's most historic Spanish missions. Stop at the Slow Railroad Museum to learn about the railroad history of the Central Coast. Then, round out your trip with some shopping. Pick up souvenirs, art, gourmet food, and other items. Learn more at PacificSurfliner.com/Game of the Week.
Well, this is the game of the week, and there's Armin Mercado. What makes him such a great coach?
He cares about his team, and I think most every coach would do that, but he's so knowledgeable. He's so positive, and I think they just absolutely believe in him all the way. So when you have that kind of trust with your players, you can get them to buy in.
He's won 7 city titles.
He's had a tremendous amount of success, boys and girls, and it seemed like he just doesn't get tired of it. He's always pushing for more.
Well, he's pushing for 2 more points to wrap up the set. That serve is long. That's why you take the timeout, try to freeze the server.
Are you in my head right now? That's exactly what I was thinking. That was like a brilliant timeout for Coach Agassi. You have to do that. Roll the dice, and then maybe something good comes out of it.
The Dunn serve.
An opportunity here. Oh!
The powerful arm swing of Blake Pohavits.
Pohavits is in the front row. You cannot be free-balling Chatsworth right now. And so here we go. There's the answer. There's the answer. Now, what can Coach Mercado do to try and stabilize things?
On the other side, Sina Agassi, you see him talking to his players, Kim and Pohavits. Why is he such a good coach?
Well, if you saw on that image there, I could see what he was saying to his players. He was saying to the guy on the left, do this, and the guy on the right, he was saying, do that. And it's that's
great insight.
That's the kind of volleyball insight that, no, I'm just teasing. He's clearly just getting his two bigs right there, right? So Pohavits and his setter, they get on the same page, right? And you want to just kind of have everyone settle down and figure out how we're going to get back into this thing 1 point at a time.
Now, he's won city titles with boys and girls teams as well, and he played again for Armin Mercado. There's Armin. But it's a friendly rivalry. They're very close. And they're both as nice as any coach in the city this side of Will Reinhardt, who's the coach at Verdugo Hill.
You say they're very nice, but you haven't played cards with them.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, Mercado, boy, he's shifty.
No, he says he's got an addiction.
Yeah.
Golf.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he said he's addicted
golf
to
and
golf.
Travel.
Yeah.
He has been all around the world, and I think he's hit those golf balls just about every one of those places.
Well, Taft still needs 2 elusive points. 21 serving 23. Gunn with that float serve winner. And it's a 1-point first set.
And it is plays like that that's giving me this gray hair, Randy. Wow. Again, they're kids, and they're human. So
it was 23-19. Chatsworth has run off 3 in a row. Taft needs a big hit here. They go to Bothus, and he got it.
Okay, and so this is why in rally scoring, man, a 23-19 lead, that's almost a done deal. Not quite, but almost a done deal. Now we got 24-22. If Chatsworth can somehow come out with this thing, that would be really against the odds. You got Pohavits in the front left, so let's see it.
Stephen Whalen, the serving specialist, 5'8" sophomore. Very good defender in the back row, serves. Taft looking to wrap up the first set. Pohavits. It went wide, off the net and out. Taft has the first set. 25-22 over the top-ranked team in the city. We'll be back after this.
California has always been a land of discovery. From historic gems to iconic beaches to top attractions. Let the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner be part of your journey as you explore more of the place we call home. Reconnect with the communities you love most, with the people you love most. Isn't it time you rediscovered Southern California?
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit. And now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Taft High School, the Toreadors respond in set 1, winning 25-22. There is the Renee Lopez LA City Section Boys Volleyball Top 10. Chatsworth, Eagle Rock, and Palisades, the definite top 3.
Absolutely. There's some separation between those 3, and now that Chatsworth has that number 1 bullseye on its back, they're getting everybody's best punch, including Taft tonight.
And Rene Lopez, by the way, on the bench today. He's the assistant coach to Armin Mercado. And I would think if the season ended and you take a look at Rene, he's hit it on the button.
Yeah, no, he keeps his fingers on the pulse of city volleyball better than just about anybody else. He's really familiar and very knowledgeable about the game, so he's got it right.
All right, a couple of highlights from that first set, won by Taft by 3.
Oh, there's that net cam. You see Pohevitz right there getting the big roof. Yeah, and Bohas, right? That's like the big surprise right now. How would the middles hold up? And I think they did pretty well for Taft.
Yeah, Bothist and Yedidi. They both, and there is Yedidi, number 23. They were the difference, really. There's Bothist getting blocked by Dixon.
Dixon had a couple of big blocks in that match. The surprising thing probably was some of the hitting errors that we saw from Pohevitz. At least 4 hitting errors in that set, so a little surprising. And there's one of them.
And that's a credit, really, and the crowd loved that Taft was able to win that first set. That's a credit to the middles bothering Pohevitz. It wasn't just a free pass.
It is. No, it absolutely is. And it's also, I think, a little bit of the hostile environment, the energy in the room. All that has played into it.
All right, how does Taft keep it going? They had the energy in the first set. They were the team that seemed to want it a little bit more. How do they keep that going?
It's tough. I mean, obviously, you just got to do it a point at a time and don't start looking down too far. Oh, we won the first set, it's over. No. You have to be thinking right now, one play, one set at a time, you know. And if you take that approach, one play, 1 point, 1 set, you have a good chance of having that success you want.
Number 10, Hayden Song will serve. And again, Coach Armand Mercado feels his setter, his senior, is the best player on the team by far. See how Chatsworth responds. They go right to Dixon, and he hit it out. Point Taft.
So what's the emotion going to be like on Chatsworth? They have to be able to handle adversity if they expect to win big trophies at the end of the season. And so far, they look a little rattled, just a little.
They didn't look rattled there.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that, it's like smelling salt. You crack that sucker open, all of a sudden you feel a heck of a lot better about where you are.
Gun to serve. Sophomore. Guy lives in the gym. Seen Agassi told me number 4 never leaves the gym. Always practicing. Great work ethic. He served it long. Toreadors by 1.
Yeah, here we go. And it's time for Sam Henry to get a little magic going with that serve of his.
Right to Perez, the libero. Sharp angle winner for the big guy, Pohevitz.
I would be surprised to hear that that's the plan because it's been like 3-4 consecutive sets outside of the pin. And you're giving Pohevitz a lot less opportunity to find a way to thread the needle.
That was not an easy conversion.
No, and they lost the first set on a similar kind of set and a very difficult hit. So they got to get that worked out.
Benitez serve. Goldman with the arm swing. Free ball for Taft. Abrams is blocked. Kim, the setter, got up.
That's right.
With help from Una Akalu.
Little setter flex right there. He's like, we know how to block too. Yeah, pretty impressive right there from Nate Kim.
Chatsworth up 1. Chatsworth up 2 on the service ace.
I think that's only the first or second receive error I've seen out of Sam Henry, so nothing to worry about there. Shake it off and move on. Next play.
Why is Chatsworth serving him so much?
Well, they feel like there's an advantage right there that, his passing is good but not exceptional. And, the Taft libero is really impressive, so you want to keep it off of him.
There's a tremendous spike from Riley Goldman.
Great swing, deep line, well-timed side out.
He is the Toreadors' co-captain. Hammerberg in to serve. Down 1. Up a set. Pohevitz.
Wow, knocked the spectacles right off of
So
him.
that's your comment. Wow.
This is one of the times you're kind of thinking maybe goggles. What do you think? Like Kareem? Like Worthy? Goggles, because he just got his head taken off right there. And then they got exactly what they wanted for Chatsworth.
That was a Division I kill.
Well, they got Pohevitz in a great position. He had room to go line or angle, and he just let her rip.
Kim serving. Up 2.
Oh,
how about the lefty in the middle? And that's an advantage at times.
So.
It throws you off. You don't expect to see a left-handed middle.
Whoa, don't start taking the color job here, all right?
Why not?
I'll do the analysis.
Take a break for a while.
Okay, all right. No, but you're spot on right there. You could tell it threw off the block a little bit with the left arm.
Goldman serving down the line. It's not a good set. Pohevitz just had to flick it over.
Okay, what do we got, Chatsworth? What do we got? Pohevitz? No.
Oh, you got to go to Una Akalu.
I like it. It doesn't put so much pressure on Pohevitz. You got to have some variety here, and you got to give those other players the confidence so that when they do get a ball that matters in a big way, they're ready to go.
When you got a physical presence who can be dominant like Una Akalu, you got to go to him in the middle of the time.
You got to feed the big man, right? Isn't that what they say in the NBA?
That's what they do.
Back to back.
How about left-handed that time?
Back to back, yes. You see, you get guys involved like that, and all of a sudden, man, the juices get flowing, and they feel like they're engaged.
Agassi's out there talking to his big fella. Getting low fives from the rest of the group. Taj Una Akalu. He got a piece of that one, but he couldn't control it, and you did. He had the kill.
Yeah, there's that lefty again.
How do you practice against that if you don't have a left-handed middle?
It's difficult to simulate. I mean, they did have the match, a month ago, but no, that's not an easy match, not an easy scenario to recreate in the practice gym.
Beauregard hit it wide. Chatsworth has seen its lead dwindle to 1.
Yeah, Beauregard maybe have a little too much respect for the block there. Sometimes you got to grip and rip.
They are feeding Una Akalu. Song, the setter, with a kill. Hayden Song, he's pumped.
He is pumped, and so far Taft is maintaining this high level of energy, which is necessary, and I haven't seen quite the response out of Chatsworth.
Abrams serves. I'm impressed with the blocking of Taft. It's setting up their whole offense, and it's forcing Chatsworth to take tough shots, and they're missing some.
You got to dig that. Coach, come on. You got to dig that, Coach. We're doing a job here. Come on, Coach, let's go.
So you think Armin should have got that one?
I'm just saying, that
was a nice exchange with you two.
A little respect. How about that, right? You guys are supposed to save me, man.
How about Taft suddenly back out on top? First lead in the second set. Oh, that's a great block, and it's Una Akalu again. The Taj is certainly like Taj Mahal. He's high into the night.
I tell you, Taj bailed him out big time because it seemed like right there, Nate Kim was out of ideas. He tried to go to Pohevitz again. It ended up in a free ball, and then they're able to get the block anyway. What a fortunate play for Chatsworth.
Pair of eights on the scoreboard. John Furlong Gymnasium, Taft High School. Henry's trying for a save, went around the antenna, so it was out.
And I know it looks bad for Sam Henry, but it wasn't his fault. I mean, the initial pass created all the havoc that led up to that really funky cross-court free ball.
There's the lefty in the middle again. Joshua Yedidi. Yedidi's doing it.
And I think he just goes by Diddy now.
Bo Diddy.
No, just Diddy or P. Diddy.
I don't think it's a question anymore. There's a block by Song and Ramos Lewis. That was an interesting delivery. We have a violation. But it was a sidearm hit from Dunn. And the violation went against Taft.
It wasn't going to matter. The hit was in anyway, so either way, net or in, Chatsworth takes the point and a 1-point lead.
McCarthy serving. Not a good pass to start the attack. Dixon got it.
Yeah, some touch on that. And, this has been a back and forth right now. I don't think either team's been ahead by more than 4 points. Exactly what we were hoping for.
Well, Bothus is back in that front row, and he was very effective in that first set. Number 7 in red. Song going on 2. He went quick. Didn't fool the Chancellors. Dunn didn't convert. Point Taft.
Song is aggressive on the attack, and then he finishes up jousting at the net for the point. Amazing. Hayden Song back to serve.
Going down the line, Chatsworth with another point.
They don't all got to be pretty.
That wasn't.
That was ugly, but it counts the same.
Yeah, Dixon got it, but
Dixon will take it
It looks
all day.
very good in his stats.
And the side out got Pohavits back in the front row, more importantly.
That is more important. Henry is played. Song will set Henry again. They're doing a nice job denying Sam. Great blocking. Dixon's the winner on that one. Number 6 destroyed it for Taft.
Great block. And again, we're starting to see a little bit of the inconsistency from both sides. They need to steady the ship.
Starting to see the power of Chatsworth.
When they're good, they're so good, aren't they?
Yeah, especially when Pohavits is in the front row. Bothus got it through. He's got nice hops, too. He's undersized for a middle.
And as a point guard in basketball, you got to be smart. You got to find lanes. And right there, clearly he saw the trouble that was at the block and just turned it to find a lane, you know? Very, very important side out for Taft because it just moves Pohavits further out in his rotation.
And Lassie comes into the front row, number 1 for Taft. That one's quickly shot through by Kim. Nate Kim is showing us he has offensive skills as a setter.
Setting, he's had a big block already. Couple big hits. My goodness. And if your setter's giving you that, oh my goodness. Actually, both setters have been dynamic and really, really important tonight.
14-11, Chatsworth. Trying to even it up at a set apiece. 3 out of 5. Outside, Pohavits. He's got it. Blake Pohavits.
I'll tell you, you see the kill, right? But the hit before that was actually, I thought, a college level kind of just curl shots deep. It was like a setup, you know, and then he comes away with the kill.
Timeout on the floor. 15-11, Chatsworth in set 2. This is the game of the week presented by Pacific Surfliner. Look at that crowd. They're tucked in here nicely tonight at John Furlong Gymnasium, Woodland Hills. It is a rivalry match, and we're seeing that competitive spirit.
Now, it's getting hot in here because of all the action going on, but I don't know if you've noticed, they have some air conditioning here. Finally, Woodland Hills, Taft finally has a little AC running here, so that's good too, just to keep the tempers down maybe a little bit, keep the action a little cooler.
Well, it looks like Armin Mercado is cool in that huddle, even though his team is down 4 points in this second set.
Well, you know, as we look at some of these highlights right here, that's great, man. Nate Kim, are you kidding me? From your setter, love it. And then Pohavits on the left side. That's what you're hoping for. And meanwhile, you're getting tremendous effort from the block. Again, what is he, 5'10"? 2 big blocks today? And almost a decapitation there by Pohavits.
And in this second set, number 21, Taj Una'akalu has really stepped up.
He has, and he figures to be a big part of whatever their success this year is going to be.
He got a piece of that ball, but couldn't control it, and Bothus has another kill.
Bothus has been a catalyst for this Taft team. We talked a lot about Sam Henry, but Bothus has been really a catalyst along with Hayden Song.
Yeah. Sina Agassi out talking to his star, Blake Pohavits. A relentless worker, very intelligent with great power. Pohavits, so you know they want him to attack when they have the ball. There's Kim on the outside, the setter hitter. You know, there was a great setter who could hit, who played at Taft. Jeff Stork played on Olympic teams. He played right in this arena.
They had a few good teams back in the old Marv Dunphy days, didn't they?
They did.
Craig Buck.
One of the great
Jeff
middle blockers
Stork.
ever.
Yeah, I mean.
But Stork could really attack from the set position.
I remember watching those teams back in the 80s. They were pretty incredible. Got me into volleyball, actually.
Yeah, Stork's another lefty, too. Speaking of lefties, there's Abrams. Nice dig by Perez. Pohavits.
So this is where I wonder if you can get there strictly on emotion, because it's pretty clear that there's a bit of a gap in terms of, ability here with Pohavits and some of the other players, and he might be able to wear them down.
That spike is long. Riley Goldman hit it out, and suddenly you look up, and Chatsworth is in command.
Their biggest lead of the match. 6 points up with, only 25, so This is going to be a big hill for Taft to climb right now.
Zulin, number 14, has checked in for the Toreadors. Right now, Armin's just looking for a combination that'll work. There's one that works in the middle, and again, it's the lefty from the middle. Yedidi.
Well, we talk about it all the time, and volleyball is definitely a game of momentum, and all you can just do when you have those lulls, maybe it's a particular rotation that's a problem, is just think about one play, 1 point at a time. You can't worry too much about the scoreboard.
Goldman looking to serve tough, going down the line. That's too easy for the big fella. Taj just threw it straight down.
I knew you would like that, right? I mean, size is a beautiful thing. They say size matters.
It does.
Size matters, especially in this sport, right?
Especially at the net.
Yeah, he didn't even really. He just
No.
he just went right over the block. He was just, okay, I'll take it.
In the old days, they may have called that a throw. That's how long it took it to get over there.
That serve is college ready.
That serve came from Pohevitz, but Taft got the kill. Abrams.
Yeah, Abrams has given them some real nice lifts at various points. So give him credit. He's a little undersized, but, he looks Ivy League ready for me.
14 serving 19. Song going in 2. Blocked, but blocked wide. Terrific effort by Henry, but Chatsworth has the point.
Yeah, I think Sam Henry liked that one back. He was in such a good position right there, and to get tooled like that, it's a little frustrating.
Jacob Perez, the libero, Chatsworth senior, will be serving when they go back to action. Timeout taken by Armin Mercado. What's changed here?
Clearly, with Chatsworth being able to string together a few solid points in a row, the emotion has not played such a big role, and I think that's really affecting Taft right now.
We'll step out. Let's hear from our friends at Pacific Surfliner.
Hey, it's Vanessa, and I am here in Anaheim checking out all the fun things to do. Start your visit to Anaheim with a trip on the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner. You'll arrive at Arctic, which is really close to awesome events. After a short walk, you'll arrive at Angel Stadium, home of the Los Angeles Angels. Catching a game is always so much fun. If you're more of a hockey fan, head over to the Honda Center to see the Anaheim Ducks play. Lots of top-tier concerts happen here, too.
Learn more at PacificSurfliner.com/Game of the Week.
20-14. Chatsworth in set 2. Taft won the opening set 25-22. With Will Reinhardt, I'm Randy Rosenblum. Thrilled you're along on our Amtrak Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week. This match, again, is a second match between these two teams. They played earlier in Chatsworth, and the Chancellors won in 5. Perez serving, looking to extend the advantage. Pohevitz with the dig. Dunn goes down the line. We have a football score, 21-14.
Too many weapons right now. Too many weapons. I mean, Taft is giving good punches, and so far Chatsworth has had the answer in the second set.
That serve won't get there. That serving miscue by Perez gives a little bit of life to Edon Cashman, who's in there to serve for Taft. That can pump up a team when they get a free one like that.
Yeah, they called position 2, but he just whiffed on it and left it short.
And a hitting error. See how it can change so quickly?
It can, and it sure helps when your opponent's helping you. Unforced errors like the serving error, the hitting error, you don't even have to earn those 2 points. You just got to let them do it for you.
Edon with another serve. Just a sophomore. Harmon calls him his silent assassin. That's nicely done from the middle, Dixon.
Dixon's had a nice impact on this match, right?
He's solid. He's just a solid
He gets a
citizen.
little overshadowed by Pohevitz and some of the other fellas, but blocking, now offensively, I mean, don't sleep on Dixon.
McCarthy serving, and Chatsworth is 3 points from tying it at a set apiece. Both is into the corner, and he got it.
Are you surprised?
No, he hasn't missed. His percentage is very high.
Money, money, money. His game has been money. I mean, the guy is just seriously clicking. I think that's some of that championship confidence going for him.
Down by 5. Taft looking to rally. Dunn tried to angle it to his left and missed.
Maybe a little too cute there. Sometimes you want to use the block, and you don't have to work so hard to avoid it that it puts you out of bounds.
Chatsworth, a quick timeout with their lead shrinking to 4. That's a nice timeout from Cena, knowing that Taft won the last 2 points. They don't want this one to slip away.
No reason whatsoever to let the momentum build, let the crowd back in, and get Taft believing that they can steal the second set. They go up 0-2, they're going to be so full of confidence.
Cena Agassi knows that. You can see he's calming his team down. Both these coaches are fiery on the sideline. They really try to teach as the game goes on.
You know, and speaking of teaching, it's going to be really important for Cena because, you know, he's about to become a new dad.
Yeah, congratulations.
So he's got to have that composure. He's got to be able to deal with tantrums. He's got to be able to calm them down and get them able to do what he wants them to do.
Yeah. Expecting a baby in about 6 weeks. Let's take a look at that last shot that went out and brought Taft to within 4.
Yeah, there you go. You see, he was definitely cognizant of Sam Henry and Bojas and didn't want to get roofed, but pushed a little too far to the left and gave up an easy point there. See what happens here.
Hayden Song serving.
As he started the second set serving, I think this is exactly what Coach Mercado wants.
Excellent depth on that serve. Shoving it throws Dixon for Chatsworth point. Stems the momentum. Chatsworth 2 points away from the set.
That is an underappreciated, really clever play by Dixon. And, of course, that also has the added benefit of putting Pohevitz back in the front row with only 2 to go.
The Dunn serve. Bothist got another one. Right now, he's a terminal hitter.
You know, I know in basketball he's got handles. I thought he had a lot of hand on that ball. Maybe in the old days they would have called that a palm ball, but, hey, worked. It was very strong and decisive, and Rich Scalma says play on.
Whalen will serve.
You think
John
Pohevitz might see this one?
Gasesa-Lesai?
What do you think? You think Pohevitz might see a set
I
right here?
think there's a high likelihood. Well, they went to the middle. They shouldn't have. They should have gone to Pohevitz.
Okay, all right. So now
Dixon got blocked. There's that man again.
There he is.
Bothist.
That's a bad man. But I tell you what, it's I would say a 90% chance going to Pohevitz. If they're in system, it's going to the pin.
Okay, he's on the outside, and it's coming to the pin. Here comes Pohevitz. He's got the block, beaten, and he's got the point, and it's 24-20. Still another kill for Blake Pohevitz. Again, on his way to George Mason. He's committed.
Chatsworth was playing with house money right there. You want to keep your middle in the flow, and then when you all of a sudden realize, like, well, maybe we need the side out, you go to your star.
Donate serving. Bothist. They just don't come back when he swings.
If he's committed an error, I'd be shocked. I think the guy is 8 for 8 right now with his attacks. He's been producing, delivering, but it is set point.
Set point number 2 for Chatsworth.
You got Pohevitz in there, set point.
Where do you think the ball's going? Pohevitz, right?
I like the chances, yes. Maybe outside chance for Nate Kim.
Pohevitz. They rope him. Tremendous block from Riley Goldman. They're still alive in the set.
You could go back to him, or you could swing it the other way to Nate Kim and give Pohevitz a blow in case you need it on the next kill.
I think they go to the middle. Una Akalu's out there. Why not? It's 6-7.
We'll see if they have the confidence in him right now.
Timeout taken by Chatsworth. Well, we've had 2 hard-fought sets.
I think we were both hoping as we came in here we would get exactly this kind of result. I expected it because we know the history of these teams and their quality.
We'll step out quickly here from our friends at Pacific Surfliner.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savebythescan.org.
24-22 Chatsworth. They're receiving on our Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week. Chance for the Chancellors to tie the match. Free ball for the Toreadors. Goldman swings. He's dug by Perez, but the Chancellors are not alert, and suddenly it's a 1-point set.
They're not talking. A little confusion there between Kim and the other setter.
A husband and wife. No communication.
Yeah. You go, I go. What's going on here? Now it's a 1-point game.
This is a huge point in the match. Pohevitz got it. Set Chatsworth. The biggest arm swing of the night for Blake Pohevitz. We're even at a set apiece. Now it becomes a best of 2 out of 3 on our Amtrak Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week.
Southern California has always been a land of discovery. From historic gems to iconic beaches to top attractions. Let the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner be part of your journey as you explore more of the place we call home. Reconnect with the communities you love most, with the people you love most. Isn't it time you rediscovered Southern California?
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
25-23 in the last set for Chatsworth. A big comeback for them after losing the first set 25-22. Randy Rosenblum along with Will Reinhardt, the volleyball coach at Verdugo Hills. What was different in the second set?
Well, I mean, there were fewer errors, and Pohevitz made a much bigger impact in the second set, right? So this is going to be a very tight match, and we saw that with both first and second set. So it's going to be those little small plays that make the difference here, and clearly Chatsworth had polished some things up.
How surprised are you that the middles of Taft are having so much success scoring the ball?
Well, we talked about it a little bit earlier. It has a lot to do with both the fact that they're a lefty, and then also, secondly, I mean, you know, with both us, I mean, he's just been phenomenal with his decision-making and just his aggressiveness. I mean, he's undersized, but, man, he's had a huge impact in the middle.
All right, what do you expect in the third set?
If I'm being honest, I expect to see Chatsworth begin to start rolling a little bit. But you can never rule out the Toreadors, so we'll see.
Some highlights from that second set. And, again, a lot of contributions from a lot of places. Again, Pohevitz is terrific, and he had the biggest kill of the match so far. It was 23 serving 24, and a chance for Taft to tie up the set. Pohevitz put it away.
True, and then they got all these great supporting plays out of, Nate Kim, Dixon. I mean, there were Dunn, right? I mean, so on the Chatsworth side, it seemed like there was some good balance. Henry was a little bit quiet in the second set for the Toreadors, but I think both us definitely made up for it, and we'll see. We'll see if they're able to keep that balance going as we start set 3.
Your thoughts on the level of volleyball we're seeing? How high a level is it?
It's so interesting. There's moments in here where these guys look like they're some of the best teams in Southern California, but the consistency is probably what separates them from maybe some of the top Southern section teams like Loyola, Harvard, Westlake, etc.
Third set about to commence. Tied at a set apiece. This is the swing set, obviously, the best 3 out of 5. And Mercado's team won the first set. Agassi's side got the second set. Chase Dunn to start the proceedings. Randy Rosenblum, Will Reinhardt with you. Song setting. Good start for Taft. The kill for Ramos Lewis.
Yeah, we saw him get started in the very beginning of set 1 with that kind of a kill, and that really jump-started Taft. So perhaps Mercado's going back to that same formula.
From the middle, Fine attack from Chatsworth.
Again, Dixon's been like delivering in a big way. You know, a lot of attention going to his teammates, but I think they're going to regret not focusing a little bit more on him.
Luis Panate back on, and when he's been out there, this rotation has been successful. There was a touch. Give Riley Goldman the kill and Taft the point.
Great high swing from Gilman. Ended up doming up Pohevitz. The touch went right off the top of his head.
Two 1 Toreadors. Pohevitz, with the off speed. In the old days, they called it a dink.
Yeah, a little fakeroo right there. Smart. I mean, we got that kind of power. You have to respect it. So you can always go into your little bag of tricks and get a cheapie there.
Hey, Kershaw's got a changeup, doesn't he?
You know what? With that kind of veteran sort of player, they learn that there's a lot of ways to score points. And, you know, you got to do what you can to take advantage of all of them.
Emerson Ortiz, number 5, inserted into the middle for Chatsworth. And a service miscue by Dunn.
Hasn't been a lot of that yet tonight, but the few times it has, it's really affected the match and each set, giving momentum to the side that receives those little gifts.
Here's the senior Riley Goldman. Goldman to Song. Perez digs. The up by Abrams. Henry from the deep court. Longest rally of the match. It's in. The kill for Sam Henry.
I was interested to see what was going to happen there because now that he's in the back row, the question is how effective can he be? And the first attack attempt wasn't so great. But that second, that finishing swing, beautiful.
Mr. Nice Guy. That's what they call Riley Goldman. Pohevitz with a hitting error.
There have been more than a few tonight. That's been a big difference maker.
Timeout Chatsworth. An early hole for the Chancellors. Taft up 5-2 on our Amtrak Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week. Well, you see the emotion back on that sideline for the Toreadors.
Just like set one, right? The quick start. We got that kill right off the bat to get them rolling. And just like in set one, Pohevitz struggling a little bit with his hitting errors. I think, too, just sort of looking at the emotion of this right now, Taft still feels really comfortable. They feel like they're right in this. I saw a little bit of back and forth between the players across the net. They look pretty happy. They look pretty relaxed.
Well, Armin Mercado's got that serious look.
In a way,
they're playing well. He's getting what he wants here. He wanted the test. He wanted to see how good he is compared to Chatsworth and Palisades and Eagle Rock. And he's going to get that because he's got Eagle Rock later this week.
Tomorrow. And
that's later in the week,
right.
Isn't it?
And I'll just say, I think the pressure is definitely on Chatsworth because if you're Taft, what do you have to lose right now? You're already two matches back in West Valley against these guys. Playing with a lot of confidence here.
Pohevitz again is denied. 6-2 Taft.
Well, by my count, he's got at least a half dozen hitting errors, which I think has got to be a little bit high for him.
How do you stop that when Una Akalu can hit it with either hand?
That's true. I don't think he knew what he was going to do until it was there. And he has so much length and strength that, I think he intended to have that go to his right hand, and he just said, screw it, I'll go to the left.
Yeah, normally he's a right-handed swinger, but he can go southpaw as well.
Beautiful serve.
Abrams got it.
Smart play for
He's
Abrams.
A 4.5 student.
Yeah,
he's
the high swing. That's where physicality is important. But
you see his look. What do you think, Yale or Princeton? What does he go? He's going into the ancient
He
eight.
seems to like the crimson, the crimson red.
So you're leaning Princeton. Done. That's a kill for Dunn going down the line. There was a touch.
He's done that a couple times to Hayden Song. You know, I mean, Song is athletic, but he's just a little undersized.
Justin Dixon, maybe the most improved player for Agassiz side, back into the middle. A very effective offensive middle. Perez with a terrific dig. And again, Polhavitz doesn't clear the net.
No, and I wonder if he's pressing a little bit, right? If they're feeling a little bit of the expectations on their shoulders, that they need to pull it back a little and just go 1 point at a time.
Cashman serving. That one's in. Strong attack there for Dixon.
Hey, Dixon has more than chipped in at this stage. I mean,
he started last year as a sophomore.
He is absolutely having his way right now, you know, much in the same way that both Asses has been doing for Taft.
Strong kill there for Sam Henry.
Big advantage, Sam Henry right there against Dunn. Able to tool him for a 4-point Taft lead.
They work Dixon in the middle again. Armin's upset. He thought his middle should have got to that.
Well, I just don't think that he anticipated they'd get so much out of Dixon tonight, and he's really been just absolutely bailing out Chatsworth here in this third set.
Song with a beautiful set to Henry. It was a little wide of the target, but it was not a good pass to him. And again, Taft broke down a little bit there.
They did, and the ball was set so tight, unfortunately, that there's just little, Sam Henry could do to prevent going underneath that center line.
Yeah, I actually thought Song did a wonderful job getting him the ball.
It was great recovery, but it was just a little bit too much for Henry to do to stop.
Goes into the middle to Ramos Lewis, and he's dug. Kim, the attacking setter, has the put away. What a blast that was.
And again, we need more of that. If you're rooting for Chatsworth, now you see more of that Nate Kim stuff, because he has been such a great change of pace and lethal with that right side attack.
He was an opposite last year, so he knows how to hit the ball.
He's athletic, man. I mean, the blocks, the hits. I understand he's got to share with a very successful front row there, but he should be getting more looks.
This lead is evaporating in a hurry for Taft, and it is gone. We're even at 9.
Now, that wasn't Phi Beta Kappa. I don't know.
Don't pick on the kids.
Look, I'm sure his SAT scores would crush mine, but I'm just saying that might not have been the best choice right there from 25 feet away.
Both is controlled. How about the block, though, from Riley Goldman, bailing out Taft?
It's the first time I've seen that happen to Nate Kim. So let's see how he responds, because he's been incredibly effective up until that block.
Taft back in front as Whalen serves. Polhavitz going cross court.
That is what's supposed to happen. It hasn't happened as frequently as I expected it to thus far, but look, it's one set apiece, 10-10. We're about halfway through, perhaps. It's looking like it could be anybody's match right now.
And he's still piling up a lot of kills.
Yeah. No, he's a volume guy for sure. The efficiency needs to improve.
The roll shot from Goldman is in. Taft seems to have an answer every time they're challenged.
They do, and I don't want to say that's shocking, but that definitely seemed defendable right there. I'm a little surprised that was such an easy play, but they'll take it.
Ammerberg serving, sophomore. Polhavitz, another hitting error.
Unforced. So
that time it looked like he was trying too hard.
It just, I
go back to him again. You want to get him in rhythm, do you not?
No. He's for sure going to be the focus of what they're doing. I'm just a little surprised to see this many struggles considering the talent level. And he'll just have to work through it.
You don't want to give the ball back to Chatsworth with a 3-point like that.
No, that's a huge favor right there. Probably not what you wanted to do in that moment. I'm sure Coach Mercado can't be too thrilled about that. Because he's going to get a nice little handshake there. You're okay.
Nate Kim.
Nate Kim. Let's see if he can dial it up.
Una Akalu patrolling the net. Goldman. It's blocked. Pohevitz and Una Akalu.
Yeah, and Una Akalu, Taj made some great adjustments there, both on the middle attack of the lefty and then to finish off for the stuff block at the end.
One set apiece, 12 aside. Dead even. Violation against Chatsworth.
Yeah, I got hands on it, but unfortunately couldn't stay out of the fishnet. Little tuna action right there.
So you threw me off. I hadn't heard you use that term early in the match. I didn't know what you were talking about. You did get me hungry, though. Una Akalu. He's been as good as anybody on the floor tonight.
He has been, and you know what I love about what Nate Kim just did right there? There's the blocking error, and you get your guy right back in it. You're like, you know what, dude? Shake that off, flush it, next play. And Taj delivered.
Pohevitz has the big jump serve, as you know. He served it out.
Didn't
That's
like
a
that
break.
One.
That's a break for Taft.
I know. I didn't like that from the toss. It looked like his balance was poor. He might have wanted to just eat that one and do a reserve, but he decided to try for it, and I think he was just off balance from the very beginning of that.
Here's the high-energy guy, Aaron Abrams. They finally get to Una Akalu.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that set was a little bit low. He didn't have a lot of opportunity right there. I don't want to put it all on Nate Kim, but it did seem like that was going to be a tough opportunity based on that set.
Taft responds, up 2. Una Akalu tried to punch that one through and missed it.
Again, not to harp on the setter, but it did seem like it slipped through his hands as he was setting it. So I would go back to Taj. I don't think either of those you can really squarely put on him. Quick offense has got to be
back in.
Oh, yeah.
You got to have Beauregard back out there, and Ortiz leaves.
Well, this is a war, and anytime you have a guy named Beauregard in a war, you got a chance.
Done. Perfect name for that arm swing.
Yeah, I thought it
was done immediately.
He might see a pin set a little bit earlier because he's been so effective today, but they got him when they needed him, and now you got Dixon back in there, too. Let's see what he can give us.
There's a phenomenal leader in Jacob Perez serving. That one's off the roof. Still alive. Poorly played by the Chancellors. They lost ball control. 3-1 for Taft. Henry Tipping. Still alive. Bumped wide by Perez, who says it's my fault.
Much better, coach.
Armand Mercado's excited. His team has scored 3 in a row. They lead 17-14.
He saved that one. He knew. He has these girls players here on the bench there, and he needed to save them.
That one's outside the antenna. Chatsworth is certainly out of sync.
Yeah, they've been having a lot more trouble with their pin sets than I expected. Quite a few that just going a little bit too far out, not giving the hitters options.
18-14. Taft is a very, very tough team. We'll step out. We have a public service announcement for you.
Hey, it's Vanessa, and we are exploring San Luis Obispo. There are so many different unique places to visit here in the city. Right now, we're at one of them. It is called Bubblegum Alley. 2 million pieces of gum on this wall.
Also in downtown, you'll find one of California's most historic Spanish missions. Stop at the Slow Railroad Museum to learn about the railroad history of the Central Coast. Then, round out your trip with some shopping. Pick up souvenirs, art, gourmet food, and other items. Learn more at PacificSurfliner.com/Game of the Week.
Well, again, some electricity on the Taft side. Up by 4 in the third set, tied at a set apiece.
The talent is there now. It's all about trying to put it all together. Both sides still wide open right here, even though it's a 4-point lead for Taft. I like Taft's position, obviously. They want to be ahead. They want Chatsworth to sort of be having second thoughts here, so that's good. But Chancellors are still not in the panic mode.
Edon Cashman serving. That's tipped long by Dixon.
Again, you're calling out the hitters, but I'm calling out the setter. There's been at least 3, maybe 4 in a row, and just the last 5-6 points where the setter has struggled with his delivery, and it's making his hitters really struggle with whatever they're doing.
Beauregard out. Ortiz back in for the Chancellor. That's a better set, and because of it, Dixon put it away. If you're going to say, hey, Kim isn't all there in this set, you got to say, hey, on that particular point, it was perfect.
It's just so incredible because he's made some of the easier sets look difficult, and then that was such a difficult set he made look easy. It's incredible.
15-18, Chatsworth far from out of this third set. Done. Chatsworth is within 3.
Boy, Dunn has absolutely abused Hayden's song. And, it's clearly a tactic to take it down the line and take advantage of the fact that there's a small blocker on the right side.
Coach Agassi said Dunn was a glue guy. He's more than a glue guy. Dixon with the roof.
And just like that, 2-point game, right? So, with the talent that Chatsworth has right now, I think they're no time to hit the panic button.
We'll keep it here. Taft has taken a timeout. Again, they want to stem the momentum. And a nice answer there for the Chancellors.
It's a great answer for the Chancellors. I mean, I think both teams, these are 2 of the talented West Valley teams. They're absolutely primed for this match, and it's great for both sides, regardless of outcome. Obviously, they each want to win, but they're each getting some really meaningful competition tonight, prepping them for a playoff run.
Yeah, and these are 2 teams that obviously figure to go to the Open Division. And in talking to Cena, he thinks it's more than just the top 3. He thinks it's literally a wide open division.
Oh, that's sandbagging. I think
you think he's sandbagging?
Yeah. No, okay. I think there's separation from Palo Eagle Rock and Chatsworth. Not that the other teams aren't good.
I'm just saying what he told me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you want to give bulletin board material to El Camino or Granada?
Or University?
Right? No, I don't think so. And Uni, does have a tremendous upside. Memo's got a nice athletic team out there. They just struggle a little bit with their pass, but I still think the top 3 are cut above.
What about Eagle Rock?
Eagle Rock is sneaky because, of course, they have the big outside, but, it's not just about Tom. I mean, they have a variety of weapons, well coached, and a real threat. They beat Chatsworth earlier in the season in a tournament.
A little bit better coordination there by the Chancellors, and suddenly they're within 1. 18 serving 19. McCarthy to put it in play. Chance to tie right here. It's coming back. There's that man again, Bothus.
Yeah, and there's Pohavits with yet another hitting error. I mean, this has got to be close to a season high for him in terms of his hitting errors. As much as he's been brilliant on offense, he's also been a little inconsistent.
The Hayden Song serve. Henry pushed it wide.
Ambitious that was, right? I don't know. I thought he got a little too cute right there. He had a nice look, and then he just pushed it too much. Too much finger action and wide right.
Another opportunity for Chatsworth to tie up the set. Bothus as it comes back. Justin Dixon with the obstruction.
I know the storyline we talked about earlier was about Henry and Pohavits, but the other players on this team, Bohas, Dixon, incredible the impact they're having on this match.
Bothus with a miss, and Chatsworth just like that leads.
Is that his first miss?
I think it is. It's his first error.
He went for that clutch kind of throw, that palm throw, and it went out of bounds.
But Dunn's service error ties the set.
Poor coaches. That's all I'm thinking right now. Poor coaches. Just when you think you got something cooking right there, some unexpected matter diverts you.
Henry serving. It is technically Sam Henry the second. He said it's okay to call him just Sam Henry. And a hitting error from Kim. We haven't seen that tonight.
We saw him get blocked early in the set, and now we've seen an unforced hitting error. So, and terrible timing for it.
Taft by 1. Going to 25. Must win by 2. Kim is dug. That's out. Going cross court, Goldman hit it wide.
Wow, they're taking...
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
They're going to say there was a touch? We may have an argument here. Agassi's up. The officials are going to confer. I thought the shot was good.
No. It was definitely wide. Was there a touch? And the thing is, it's the linesman, who's a kid, next to the fans out there, kind of, I don't know. He seemed to have seen a touch where none of the other officials did, so we'll see what they go with. Yeah.
Yep, it's going to Chatsworth.
I think there may have been a little undue influence there. You got to be sure. You can't call what you can't see.
So the scoreboard says 23-21, but we have it right. It's 22 apiece.
Yeah.
And
you know
now it's correct.
You can't lose with 22s, Randy. That's what's up. Yeah, fact. Just dropping knowledge on you, bud.
Okay.
Can lose with 22s. Third set, 22-22, a set apiece. I mean, this is pretty evenly matched.
Bothist is dug. McCarthy got the up. Pohevitz got the kill. You know, he's missed some shots tonight, but in crunch time, Pohevitz has come up big.
He has. He really loves that sharp angle shot. He turns his shoulder so much. I wonder if other teams are picking up on that because he has used it frequently tonight.
Bothist hit it out. Suddenly, Chatsworth serving for the set. Timeout, Taft.
Well, Bothist had been perfect up until the last 4 or 5 points, and now suddenly 2 hitting errors. Very unfortunate timing.
How about this rally from Chatsworth?
You know, I mean, Chatsworth just has to stay calm, stay poised. They know they have the talent, and they understand what they're up against. They know everyone's coming at them, so they just need to be calm and let it play out. They have the talent to be able to do this now that they have the determination.
You know, we're going to pick a Pacific Surfliner player of the match at the end of the night.
Oh, can I pick?
Well, who would you pick at this point? It's hard to tell. There's a lot of guys who can
I'm not going to tell you.
You can tell our public, though.
Then you'll tell the truck. Then they put up a graph. I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that? Not yet?
Not yet.
Do you have someone in mind?
Right now, I think about 4 or 5 candidates. Let's see how it finishes because there's been a lot of studs out here, a lot of stars.
Okay. I don't want to get you too riled up.
How are you going to pick it halfway through?
It's more than halfway through.
It's almost, well, okay, a little bit more than halfway through, but I'm just saying one set apiece, 22-24. I always hate that when they do that in the Dodger games, like in the 7th inning, and then they give the player of the game and, you know, someone else hits a walk-off home run. You feel like, well, why'd you do it so soon?
Trying to walk off here, Chatsworth, and win the set. Bothist. Very wise play by number 7, Alex Bothist, to keep him in the set at 23-24. We were here in set 2, and Pohevitz got the kill to close out the set.
Why would you change? Unless you don't get the pass. You have to be looking at Pohevitz, right? You have to be. This exact same combination, same server, same hitter, same lineup.
Taft behind the 8 ball here. A good first pass. And you know it's coming to Pohevitz on the set.
Let's see if it's the same result. In the system.
They are very much. And here's Pohevitz. There it goes. Set 3 to Chatsworth and Blake Pohevitz. 25-23. Identical to set number 2. It's 2-1 for top-ranked Chatsworth. Back for set 4 after this.
California has always been a land of discovery. From historic gems to iconic beaches to top attractions. Let the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner be part of your journey as you explore more of the place we call home. Reconnect with the communities you love most, with the people you love most. Isn't it time you rediscovered Southern California?
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, I know. That's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
I never realized how much fun it was doing a match with Will Reinhardt. Maybe I realized it years ago, but it's been a while. Randy and Will back with you. All right, Pohevitz with 2 set-point winners to bail out Chatsworth in sets 2 and 3. Chancellors 2-1 over the Toreadors.
Yogi Berra said it best, right? It was deja vu all over again, and the exact same scenario, the exact same combination, and the exact same result. So really great news for Chatsworth. And, I mean, Taft, can you ask for more right now? They are just absolutely answering punch for punch, and they're in a great position to still pull this thing out.
All right, you're Taft. You're down 2-1. You've played brilliantly tonight, but are you deflated a little bit? How do you come back from another heartbreaking set loss?
Of course, you would have preferred to win, but no, you're not deflated. Coach Mercado's got them believing. They've seen that they're a point away here or there. Not a problem. And you see some of those results. I mean, look at that. Henry just cranking away. He was a little MIA in the second set. Now he's been showing himself again. Pohevitz has been a little uneven, but he's been their go-to guy when it mattered most. Both this has been terrific, right?
Really
and Dixon.
has.
Those are 2 unsung heroes for each side. The middles that we haven't talked about a lot.
You know, in talking to the Taft people coming into the building, they said our middles have to play well or we don't have a chance. They've played well. And I think this bodes well for Taft. And I know they have Eagle Rock and some other really grueling matches, Granada Hills coming up. But the way Taft is playing tonight says, hey, come tournament time, they'll be ready.
Hey, again, to borrow another line, we see with Ted Lasso, right? You got to believe. Well, these guys clearly believe. They're into it, and they've got their own Ted Lasso on the sideline here. They may be the underdog, but I wouldn't write them off.
Well, if you're Taft, you're just thinking if we can take it to set 5, because it's a 15-point set, then anything can happen. So Taft obviously has to win here. Chatsworth looking to wrap it up in 4.
If you're Chatsworth, you do not want to see another 5-setter. Not in the visitors' gym. Not with Taft accumulating this kind of momentum going. So Chatsworth, really important to try and get a good start here. They didn't do that in sets 1 and 3. Let's see if they can do it here in set 4.
Yeah, again, I've loved the emotion we've seen from Taft. We know how talented Chatsworth is. They can destroy you. But an early hitting error from Dixon is Taft the opening point of set 4.
Let's see if the Chancellors can avoid another slow start here. They've had slow starts in 2 of the 3 sets so far.
Song with the serve. Goldman with the off speed. Didn't fool the Chancellors. That'll go to Chatsworth. Sam Henry has not put a lot of balls away tonight.
No, he probably hasn't had nearly as big of an impact as he did the first go-round when these guys played last month. But, hey, look for him to show up big here when his best is needed.
Chatsworth looking for the lead. You talked about the degree of difficulty for Pohevitz trying those cross-court shots. That one went wide.
It's clearly intentional, and I'm just thinking that as teams get tape of him, they can see, he loves that really sharp angle shot. He's been effective on some of them, but it also makes it a little easier to defend when you know what's coming.
That one's punched long or even a 2. So if you were coaching Blake at this point, would you say, hey, back off that shot, just go with your natural shot, try to power it through the middle?
There's one school of thought, which is if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What he just did, just hit it straight to the middle.
But that wasn't as sharp of an angle. He's been successful when he's gone deep angle, but the sharp angle has not been as effective. And I also like the idea of variety. I like mixing shots. I like keeping the opponent guessing a little. You don't want to do it just for the sake of it, but you got to have some variety.
Either way, Pohevitz, the last couple points have been big for Chatsworth and Blake, but then again, they serve it out.
Yeah, I mean, I will say for serving tonight, they've been cleaner than some matches I've seen these teams. I mean, they really have not shot themselves in the foot. But unfortunately, yeah, there have been a few pivotal serving errors. Fan favorite right here.
Pohevitz hit it out. He tried to take something off of it and just didn't hit it well.
Okay, so you mixed the shot, which is good, but you got to have the execution, and he has been
Tried
off
the roll
execution.
shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot. It's just he has not been sharp tonight, as good and effective as he is, and he might be the difference in tonight's match, but this has not been his sharpest night. Wow. He got a little over skis there and foot faulted. Oh, no. That is awful.
Shaheen Hakakian.
The excitement got the best of him.
I will say this. Mercado's going deeper into his bench than we expected.
You know, maybe you want to roll the dice. I like that idea. I like the idea of mixing things up a little bit, especially when you're trailing. They're trailing 2-1.
Nice up by Perez, the libero. Henry again from the deep court hits it into the net.
Seemed like he got a little bit of contact with one of his own players midair, and I think that really threw him off.
Of course, Armand really wants to get him going. That's a good pass by Henry. Pohevitz tried to save it and couldn't. Miscommunications from Chatsworth.
You need those plays to go that way. Pohevitz did everything right with that block. It should have been a terminal block. Unfortunately, it goes off the top of a Taft player head, and they're able to win it on the rally. Great block by Pohevitz, though.
Una'akalu, a low set, and because of it, he put it into the net. 7-4, Toreador.
Yeah, and Chatsworth, I'm sure, does not want to see this thing stretch out to a 4, 5, 6-point lead. And look, there's a move right there. Beauregard back in for the Chancellors.
Ortiz leaves.
It's a great stalling technique, too, by Agassi to get a sub in at that moment, not use a timeout.
Opportunity for Taft to score. Pohevitz hits it into the net. Again, setting and passing a little out of rhythm. Chatsworth timeout. 8-4 Taft, looking to stretch it to 5 on our Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week.
Southern California has always been a land of discovery. From historic gems to iconic beaches to top attractions. Let the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner be part of your journey as you explore more of the place we call home. Reconnect with the communities you love most, with the people you love most. Isn't it time you rediscovered Southern California?
Chatsworth sideline. What is Sina Agassi saying to his team right now?
You know, just settle down. I think, once again, I've been a little critical of Pohevitz's efficiency. That was not on him. That was on the set. Nate Kim's got to give him a little bit better delivery right there. But just reset. He did a sub. Now he's done a timeout. Let's see if they can get back in this, close it to a one-point game.
Goldman serve. Up 8-4 is Taft. And another free one for the Toreadors. Oh, that's a great kill by Dunn. Twisting and turning in air and scoring the ball for the Chancellors.
And the confidence to take that strike. I mean, I love that, man. I'll take that guy anytime, man. That's a great baller move.
That could be a turning point. Instead of down big, drew him a little closer, but another service error. They're starting to hurt Chatsworth.
They are, and what I will say for Chatsworth, this is not the best they've played, obviously, this season, but they're still right there, leading in the match, and that goes to show you they're having a little of an off night.
Nice up by Armand Mercado, but he's lost his eligibility, so it's a kill in the middle for Una'akalu.
Coach Yu at Franklin will be so smiling about that.
Yeah, remember he was a star at Franklin High School.
Still got the moves. Good job, old man.
He does not want to acknowledge that. Song just putting it over. Taft still in the point. It's dumped down. Brilliant play from Hayden Song, the center of Taft.
Now you understand the praise that Coach Mercado keeps laying upon Hayden Song, and it's justified. Intelligent, tenacious, and skilled.
A song and a dance. The song shot and a dance afterward.
Beautiful.
And the kill for Dixon. A quick attack.
Dixon is just killing me right now. He's just like, I don't know, so nonchalant about the way he does everything. He's just, and he's had such a huge impact on this match. Calm, cool, and collected.
Henry continues to struggle on the outside.
I like what he was thinking. I mean, he probably gave a little too much respect to the block. I think that with his size and skills, you might want to attack the block a little more than try to get cute with the deflections.
And the credit to Song and Coach Armin Mercado. They're still feeding Sam Henry. You got to do that. You need to get him going to win the match. There he goes. That was more like it. That was pure power from Sam Henry.
Well, you asked the question, do they want Sam Henry to have a big set this point? They need it. They can't go away from the game plan. He is a huge portion of the game plan. So they're going to have to just keep riding him, and hopefully it works out.
And that was his most thunderous kill of the night. Dixon got another one.
Astonishing. So effective. I mean, look at this guy. He's just kind of chilling. He's happy.
He's a junior. Maybe you can get him in the transfer portal over to Verdugo Hills.
No, that's not my game, baby.
You don't do that.
No. Plus, anyway, I'm out next year.
You'll never retire.
Wow, tough. He tried to walk the tightrope, but Hayden Song just didn't have quite enough room to get that set away without netting. 1 point game.
Chance for Chatsworth, just like that to tie. They always seem to roar back, don't they? That might have been an out serve. But Henry doesn't care. He puts it away. And now that's 2 strong attacks for Sam the man.
Big time. Big time. Sam, look, he's got the confidence. He's jawing back and forth with his coach now.
Look how he's striding. He's into it now.
And I love his drip, too, dude. He looks cool when he moves.
He's got the feeling back. Pohevitz. Pure power.
You get the feeling they sense the match is on the line, both sides. I feel like the level just got turned up with Henry and Pohevitz just absolutely punching and counter-punching.
They are so tough in this rotation with Lewis Penate serving.
Both has had a tough look right there. I'm sure he'd like that one back, maybe a little too aggressive.
But watch the serve here of Lewis. It's just so above the net, just barely. Another dump down. Another winner for Song.
I don't know.
So they get out of the rotation of Penate.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I mean, how many times are they going to let Hayden Song get away with those plays? You got to stay awake. He's clearly an analyst, and he's going to be cutting you apart. You cannot fall asleep.
Justin Wynn is out there to serve. Armin Mercado has now used his entire squad. Una Akalu ties it at 13.
Look, he trusts this guys, but again, I say, what do you have to lose? And so you want to throw as many combinations, throw as much juju out there, as much energy, and it's worked a little, and then sometimes it hasn't worked so great.
Yeah, Wynn was out there for just the one serve. He's going to leave, and back in is Alex Bothist.
And perhaps he's still feeling his way out a little bit. And you can see with Chatsworth, they have a lot more definitive roles right now, and they've been going back to their same guys repeatedly.
Una Akalu with the rejection, and the guests lead by 1.
A rare off-target set for Hayden Song.
Timeout, Taft. Chatsworth wins the set. They win the match on our Amtrak Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week.
Hey, it's Vanessa, and I am here in Anaheim checking out all the fun things to do. Start your visit to Anaheim with a trip on the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner. You'll arrive at Arctic, which is really close to awesome events. After a short walk, you'll arrive at Angel Stadium, home of the Los Angeles Angels. Catching a game is always so much fun. If you're more of a hockey fan, head over to the Honda Center to see the Anaheim Ducks play. Lots of top-tier concerts happen here, too.
Learn more at PacificSurfliner.com/Game of the Week.
Our Game of the Week emanates from Woodland Hills, John Furlong Gymnasium. With Will Reinhardt, I'm Randy Roosevelt. There is Sina Agassi, the outstanding coach of top-ranked Chatsworth, up a point, up a set, looking to get to 25 and win the match.
You see that intensity on Sina's face? I'm telling you, this is go time. It is time to show right now. I think, you want to say your kids in that timeout right there, hey, we're going to flex right now. We're going to put these guys down. We're not waiting for a fifth set.
Kim serving. Taft really needs to side out and get the point. They can't do it. Povavits with the block.
Damage. Oh, man. Let's see if they can just go ahead and go for the kill right now. I would absolutely expect that's what you're going to see from Chatsworth.
Well, Povavits with that big block. Abrams, not a lot of strength to that shot. Here's Povavits again. They block him. That is absolutely huge for Yedidi and Taft.
Did they need that or what?
Oh.
A, it takes away confidence, maybe a little momentum from Povavits, and B, you needed that point.
Yeah, it was starting to get away from the Toreadors. Chatsworth flexing its number one ranked muscles. Una Akalu again. He's been unstoppable at the net.
And a much better delivery from Nate Kim. So a really effective attack right there. And you got Dunn coming up here, too. He's been doing damage the whole entire match.
Abrams on the outside. Yes. That gets number 2, Sam Henry, back on the floor.
Great seam hit by Abrams. I mean, not maybe the world's best defense on that play by Povavits, but hey, 1 point game.
He placed it perfectly, did Adams. That's an overpass. We're even. Henry getting up along with Yedidi.
Dunn squeezed that one a little too tight and paid the price.
Well, we know that Taft has heart. They will battle. They've battled even with Chatsworth all night long. And Yedidi again with the block. This time they get the big fella. Una Akalu had that one come back.
And if they can feed off the crowd's energy, if they can believe in themselves right now, I don't see why they can't pull it out.
And the bench loved it.
Yeah.
Well, they were down 16-13. They've run off 4 in a row, these Toreadors. Started with that Abrams kill. Dunn's roll shot is dug. Tipped over. Chatsworth on the attack. Una Akalu. Well, they get to that one. It's saved. 3 ball for the Chancellors. Una Akalu off the block and down.
Big comeback right there for Taj. They needed that big time, and now, look, Dixon back in. He's been super reliable. Dixon and Dunn, the D&D show. Seems like they'll be able to steady the ship while you have Povavits in the back row. And don't forget, he's fine attacking from back there, too. He hasn't been super effective with it tonight, but more than capable of scoring points for you from the pipe.
Even at 17. Henry swinging much better. And they have the point.
That's the pressure from Sam Henry. He put too much pressure on the defense, and it ended up in a busted play there at the net.
His last 3 swings have been points for Taft.
1 point at a time here, back up against the wall. If you're Taft, you got to just fight for everything.
2-1 in sets for Chatsworth. Can't dig it. It's down for Dixon, even at 18.
If this goes for the Chancellors tonight, I mean, I'm getting really close to telling you my player of the game would be Dixon. I mean, he has just been.
Well, you're not supposed to give it away.
I didn't say I'm giving. I'm just saying, like, the way things are looking right now, he's been the X factor tonight.
How about Bothus? He's got to be in the hunt.
He has. He slowed a little bit down there in the third set, but now he seems to be recovering some of that swagger. And, boy, timely kill to give him a 1 point lead.
Can Taft somehow break away from Chatsworth?
I would be
Send
surprised.
it to a 5th.
I would be surprised if they break away, but they could win. It just seems like it's going to be a close one.
Oh, the power of Chatsworth.
How happy are you?
It seems to be easier for them.
It does. How happy are you that those players decided not to jump over the announcer's table there to save that ball?
I'm not concerned. I was worried about our equipment.
It's insured.
Are you sure?
Not.
Sam Henry tipping. Sam Henry pushing. Forcing another miscue from Chatsworth.
Yeah, a little pirouette there, and when Dixon turned around, his back caught the net.
What do you think's gotten Sam Henry going?
Well, I don't think it's much obvious more than just how the situation demands it. He's loaded with talent, and, you know, the flow is coming back to him. He's breathing well.
Solid serve, too. Not a good set for Pohevitz. He's lucky to get it on the other side. Goldman, no power
back to
there.
Pohevitz, to Pohevitz. No.
Nope, go back into the middle to Dixon.
Do you believe me now? I mean, they still have 5 points to get, but if they were to win, can you think of a guy who had a bigger impact right now?
Him, how about Unakalu?
Unakalu's had a great game, but I think we didn't expect Dixon to give us this much. At least I didn't. I didn't see that coming. I wonder if Taft is a little surprised. The efficiency's off the charts right now.
Benate serving. It is out. Boy, that's Taft dodging a huge bullet.
True, but they side out. Maybe get 21-21. You got
but
Pohevitz.
Benate's been so good back there.
Yeah, it's disappointing for him, I'm sure. But with Pohevitz in the front row right now, this combination right here is what got them sets 2 and 3. Same server, same attack. Let's see if they can run this out and get the 5 points they want.
It's a small lineup out there right now for Taft. Let's see if Chatsworth can take advantage of it. Pohevitz hit it long. No touch. Point Taft. That's shooting fish in a barrel. And the fish got away.
Yeah, I thought there might have been a touch there. Like, no call on the touch. It was close, but regardless, not the best effort for Pohevitz.
Yeah, again, Taft went to a smaller lineup. That surprise you at all?
No. I think they're thinking, hey, we got to just run the hot hand right now, and sometimes you disrupt people when you give them what they don't expect. So I like the idea.
You know, we're 3 points from a 5-set match again.
Would not surprise me in the slightest. On paper, it looks like it should be a Chatsworth victory, but they don't play them on paper, so.
And there's Sheena Agassi trying to get his team to regain control, and Armin Mercado. And again, you got the teacher and the pupil going at it.
He's getting his inner Jedi going right now, man.
Oh, by the way, Cena was a great volleyball player. We talked about Armin at Franklin. Cena was great at Taft right here.
He was great because he had a good coach.
Yeah, he did. And like we said, they're good friends. And then he went on and played at Hawaii and at Cal State Northridge, a college volleyball player.
Yeah, so you bring that playing experience at a high level into your coaching efforts, and it helps you both with the high school boys, and it helps you get them prepped for the next level.
Yep, Cena was an all-city libero right here. Good depth on the serve. Pohevitz got a kill. And again, he's come up with mammoth shots.
Mercado cannot believe it. I mean, Hayden Song stood in there and took the heat, popped it up, and unfortunately, Taft just could not see the ball coming out of the net. 1 point game. With Pohevitz in the front row, you got to like their chances.
21 serving 22. Will Chatsworth end it in 4, or are we going 5? That's thrown straight down. Wonderful work from Yedidi.
I mean, give the man his due. Yedidi came in with a huge attack right there. So quick. Wow, that was lightning in a bottle.
He just threw that thing straight
but
down.
But clean, though, crisp and clean. I love that attack.
23-21 for Riley Goldman, serve.
Is there an answer? Here it is.
Another kill for Blake Pohevitz. He's had all the critical kills in the match.
Well, now he's serving. Let's see what impact he can have from the service line. Let's see which team is going to blink.
He has that big-time jumper. Can he keep it in the field of play? Will he keep it in the field of play? Perfect serve.
Wow.
Abrams with the kill. And give credit to Edon Cashman, the libero, somehow passing that ball.
Terrific pass to get them in system, and Abrams delivered. So here we go, set point.
Taft needs one more to send it to 5. Abrams with the delivery. Block back. Done. He's got the kill.
All right, who's going to make the play here?
Set point number 2 for Taft.
Watch out for Hayden Thong doing a little dump.
Mercado takes the timeout. We'll stay here. Set point number 2 for Taft. Diagram the play.
There's a lot to be gained right here. It depends, of course, on how effective they are with the pass, but don't be surprised. Hayden Song has been effective both with dumps and the power attack. He's front row right now. You know, you got to believe it's going to go to the middle, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's where they've had their success. If I am Coach Agassi, I'm saying do not fall asleep on Song.
Well, it's a 1-point set.
Big moment right here. They really needed to have this, and done with the tool, keeping his Chancellors in the hunt for a 4-set victory.
You heard him say be aggressive.
What? On what? On your pass is what he said. And so that's why I'm saying, like, the pass is going to, really determine. If they're in system, I don't think you can stop them.
Now Perez obviously has to keep it in the court. A service error would end the game. 23, serving 24. You got to win by 2. So a chance for Taft. Second set point. Good pass.
Go to Henry.
Henry.
Got it.
Got it. There it is. We're going 5. 25, 23 for Taft. And the difference in set 4 was Sam Henry. We'll step out here from our friends at Pacific Surfliner and get set up for a 15-point 5th and deciding set next.
Southern California has always been a land of discovery. From historic gems to iconic beaches to top attractions. Let the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner be part of your journey as you explore more of the place we call home. Reconnect with the communities you love most, with the people you love most. Isn't it time you rediscovered Southern California?
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we're going 5 in Woodland Hills. Not a shock. They went 5 the last time. Chatsworth and Taft boys volleyball on our Pacific Surfliner game of the week. Now, Chatsworth hammered them in set 5, 15-6 the last time. I don't expect that here. Taft has hung tough throughout the night.
Yeah, that wasn't in Woodland Hills. That was in Chatsworth. And so that was then. This is now. You look at the growth right now for Birmingham. For Taft. And
well, Birmingham's getting better also.
They went 5 with Birmingham yesterday.
They did.
I wonder if that might have a little bit of an impact. Tired legs.
When you say them, you mean Taft.
I mean the Toreadors, yeah.
By the way, Chatsworth beat Cleveland in 3 yesterday. So
yeah,
much easier.
You would think. And so, look at there. Oh, wow. Udidi having a couple of really special moments in that 4th set. And Tosh, too, answering when he's had his name called. The middles have had such a big impact. I know we talked a little bit about the pin hitters, but, geez, the middles have been just phenomenal tonight. And the setters.
And again, I appreciate what number 2 there. And he didn't get to that ball. Sam Henry did in that 4th set. He was not having a good match. And suddenly he erupted and kept his team in it.
Well, Sam Henry has not had the impact on this match that he had on the first match, but clearly in that 4th set, they don't have him. They're sunk. We're packing up and going home.
Yeah,
so
I've been in the car already.
Sam Henry II absolutely delivered when it was really necessary.
Yeah, and he's passed the ball pretty well tonight.
He has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 passing errors, but overall been sharp.
Yeah. All right, here you want to win when you're serving. You want to get a real point when you serve the ball. You expect to win in volleyball when you receive.
Yes, and no changes here for Chatsworth. They've got Pohevitz in the back row, hoping to be able to sneak him through one rotation, but that has led to slow starts in 3 of the 4 previous sets.
And you can't start slow here.
Not
You're
in
only going to
15.
15.
Yeah, no. They're rolling the dice here a little bit by keeping in the back row on the first rotation.
Song serving. Set 5 is underway. And the first point goes to Chatsworth, and the setter Kim with the kill.
Agassi rolls to 7. That was so huge to get that first side out. And now you have Pohevitz right there in the front row. Couldn't have scripted that one better.
Ramos Lewis will be summoned in for Bothus. A little bit more size in the middle for Taft.
Yeah, and I wonder if there might be a little bit of an injury there. I'm surprised at that move.
And a service ace. And suddenly, Chatsworth's in control of the 5th.
Incredible. Abrams has been so rock solid, and then to have that moment right there, again, in a 15-point game, everything's magnified.
Taft really needs this point. Can they put it down? Will they put it down? Not yet. The roof. Pohevitz.
That was special.
On Henry.
You think the Chancellors smell blood in the water, or is this just a little flash in the pan?
Service error by Dunn opens the gates for Taft. Now it's up to Sam Henry to serve tough.
Well, if they get in system, man, look out for Pohevitz.
Good serve. They're not in system. Pohevitz hit it wide. They were out of kilter from the beginning, and just like that, here come the Toreadors.
Yeah, and it's too bad because Jacob Perez gave like a pretty good-looking ball to Pohevitz. I mean, he could have done more with it than that.
Henry with another good serve. From the middle again, Chatsworth able to score.
That's my guy. Dixon, man, that's my guy. Dude, he is as cool as the other side of the pillow, right? I mean, that guy is just absolutely been a difference maker tonight.
And he's out. And 6'7" Una Angalu back in, the sophomore.
Make some serves. Let's see what happens here.
4 serving 2. Taft desperately needs to put it down. Song goes in 2. Does not fool Chatsworth. Goldman, not yet. Dunn saved it. Another free ball for Toreador volleyball team. Chatsworth hanging in there. What a play by Pohevitz. Tooling it off of Goldman. Point Chatsworth.
His activity was incredible on that sequence. He's like catching his breath right there, but he was all over the place.
Chatsworth looked hopeless in that rally.
Blake really stepped up big time right there.
This is massive. Song setting and dumping. Chatsworth looking like the top-ranked team in Los Angeles.
Trouble, man. Is this another 15-6 game?
6-2, Chatsworth.
Chatsworth has got to keep this thing close. They played too well tonight to let it slip.
You mean Taft?
That's what, of course, Taft. Sorry.
You don't have to apologize. 2-2, 6-2. Forget the 2-2. It's a one-set match right now on LA36, and we're going to take another look at that last point for Chatsworth, and they've played spectacular volleyball in the 5th, and it's Kim doing damage again with the attack. And I can't emphasize enough, as he was a hitter last year on the opposite side.
It shows the pedigree is there, man. I mean, I understand he's setting in their 6-2 offense, but every time they've put a ball to me, he's been a threat. I think he's had one wild swing the entire night.
6-2 offense or 6-2 score?
Well, both.
There you go.
Yeah. And they both have been working out pretty well for Chatsworth thus far.
Again, we're going to visit with the star player of the match, and there'll be a few of them. A lot of candidates.
I still like Taft's, chances to push this to 6.
You're a coach, right? You know they only play 3 out of 5.
Best of 7. Come on, let's do it.
No, this is going to be it. Taft really has to score here. They got to get a side out. But ball control again. Pohevitz again. He's the man of the match. Blake Pohevitz.
Ain't no mountain high enough, but this is getting close to it.
Yeah, I know he wasn't your guy coming into the 5th, but he has taken over the 5th set.
Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying he set high expectations for himself, and I thought he underperformed thus far. But in this set, oh my goodness, Pohevitz has been incredible.
Taft just can't put it away right now, and they're blocked. Pohevitz again. It's the Blake Pohevitz show.
Dick Vitale would call that a PT play, right? Primetime play. Primetime player. And he stepped up when it was needed most.
What a 5th set for Pohevitz. Blocking, retrieving balls, and killing it. 8-2.
Back to him. Yep.
That time, the net got in his way. I go to him again.
Yeah, why not?
They go to the middle. Una Akalu. They're just too good right now.
That was devastating. You're not coming back from 9-2. I understand Taft has got heart. They're not going to quit. But that was probably the nail in the coffin right there. Jeez Louise.
We'll take one quick break and be back for the finish on LA36.
Hey, it's Vanessa exploring San Luis Obispo, and I stayed right here at Apple Farm Inn.
Combining the charm of a country-style inn with the modern conveniences of a luxury hotel, Apple Farm Inn is a great place to unwind. Start the trip off right by taking the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner train to San Luis Obispo. Enjoy sweeping views of the coastline and arrive refreshed and ready to explore. Plan your trip at pacificsurfliner.com/game of the week.
No way, maybe
20. 9-2. Chatsworth and Blake Pohevitz in set 5. Una Akalu has had a strong match, just put a ball down.
Best kill of the match for him. That was so definitive, such authority on that swing. The confidence was there.
He's only a sophomore.
Bad news for the West Valley.
Bad news for the city. Pohevitz got it back over somehow. Pohevitz is everywhere. He wants the ball. He's calling for it. There's a set that went awry. A miscue by Chatsworth. That's a rarity. Back to Taft. 3, serving 9.
McCarty, come on, my man.
Pohevitz was begging for the ball.
I know. And look, it got away from him. Again, 9-3. At that point, 9-2 lead with Pohevitz front row. You just got to move on. Get the pass. Feed the big men. Here we go.
Pohevitz. He is just overpowering, and they can't control him. He's overmatched against everyone. They just can't play with him.
And I have to wonder if fatigue is playing a little bit of a role here. They've been high on emotion. They played a 5-setter yesterday. Does that factor in? Is this the same script as last month? A blowout 5th set.
So far. Kim serve. Yeah, they're just out of gas. Una Akalu, just too tall, too long, too good.
The bad news is it's not going to get easier for Taft. They're playing 6 competitions in 6 days this week.
Well, they're young.
Number 2, Eagle Rock coming in tomorrow after playing number 1, Chatsworth today.
Una Akalu again. Between Una Akalu and Pohevitz, undeniably one of the best 5th sets you'd ever see. And they're all smiles on the Chatsworth side.
Yeah, they are absolutely in control. They can smell it, and now it's just time to close the deal.
Out to Pohevitz. Down it goes again. Blake Pohevitz. Have you ever seen a fifth set dominated like this by one guy?
You know, I mean, this is a little unusual, especially given the effort going up to the first 4 sets. But we expected it, didn't we? We expected the primetime player to deliver, and he has been.
Oh, Free Point has done served it very long, and he's laughing about it. He was too pumped up. 4 serving 13 in a match that Chatsworth has total control over. 2 points from victory lane. That becomes a terrific serve. As he's off the tape. Free ball for Chatsworth.
Cover.
Back set. Oh, he's human. A rare error from Blake.
Well, and considering that the run he had just been on, it seemed like he finally had it figured out. And they're still in great shape, but a little surprising to see that miss.
But his percentage of late has been wonderful. Pohevitz, as powerful as it gets. A crater creator.
This is a statement set for Chatsworth. They're here to let you know the West Valley is ours. The city is ours. We can take on all comers.
Match point. Overpass. This should do it. Not yet. Because of the work of Hadidi. Josh Yadidi.
Well, the set's probably out of reach. But you got to like getting Sam Henry back in.
You know what? If Chatsworth puts this one down, it'll be the identical fifth score. 15-6 like last time. Dunn had it come back. Dunn again. Taft hanging around, but they have to win the rally. Henry keeps it alive.
Here we go. This is it. Right here. Right here.
There it is.
Carbon copy.
Noah Beauregard with the kill that closes it out. 15-6 for Chatsworth. What a match. We're going to come back and meet our Pacific Surfliner player of the match right after this.
Southern California has always been a land of discovery. From historic gems to iconic beaches to top attractions. Let the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner be part of your journey as you explore more of the place we call home. Reconnect with the communities you love most, with the people you love most. Isn't it time you rediscovered Southern California?
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
Who says history doesn't repeat itself? For the second time this season, top-ranked Chatsworth goes 5 sets with Taft. For the second time this season, they win 15-6 in the fifth. I have a guy here, Blake Pohevitz, but you know who he is now because we called his name out all evening long. What got into you in the fifth set? You took over the game.
I had a great supportive team. I was making a lot of errors, but they kept me up, kept me positive. And they said they're going to get me if I get blocked, and I just have a really good supportive group.
Yeah, Blake Shaw, Pacific Surfliner player of the match. Why do you think you made so many errors? Did Taft do something to throw you off?
No, nothing much. I don't know. It just wasn't my game today. I could have adjusted to a lot of the sets, but I didn't. It was completely my bad, but I could have done better.
You out of breath?
I'm out of breath.
You really expended a lot of energy in that fifth set, didn't you? You were out there. You were determined to get it done.
Yeah. I mean, as a leader, you need to step up when the team needs it, and fifth set, that's when you need it.
Well, you're going to George Mason. I know we don't want to look too far down the road because you guys are certainly number one and you have aspirations to win an LA City Section Open Division Championship. But Tell us about the decision to go back east and play at George Mason.
You know, I really wanted to get away. It's a great supportive environment over there. The team is really nice. It's one of the greatest coaches I've ever met. He's really a great guy, so I love the program.
There's some highlights of you, and again, we didn't have to do editing here because you were on every point in that fifth set. And have you ever had a set like that when it was down to the wire where you took it over like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my team really steps it up. They give me the good sets, and I just adjust when I need to. I play hard, and I go after it.
Talk about your setter, Nate Kim.
Nate Kim's a great guy. He's a junior, second year on varsity. He's a really good guy. He's always positive, keeping me up when I'm down, and he's a really great teammate.
Well, Will wants to ask questions here.
I was just thinking, Blake, we featured you obviously in the pregame in the beginning there, and you did struggle a little bit by your standards. I think most people love to struggle the way you struggle. Right. But in that fifth set, man, you hit a switch right there, and that has got to give you confidence going forward that you can, when you're called upon, deliver your best.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I think I have the ability to do it, and I have a great supportive team and coaches around me, and I know we can get to the city championship and win it.
I love that, too. Coach Agassi right there got you thinking team first always.
Oh, yeah.
Here we're talking about you, and you just wanted to deflect it all to your teammates. That's great.
Yeah. They're the best teammates I've ever had. It's such a great team.
How much fun is it to play in the West Valley? I know you're the reigning West Valley League champions, and you're winning a lot of matches, but they're not easy. It's a tough league. You have to play hard and effective every night, don't you?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I think last year we had it much easier. We had a great team. This year we have a great team, but the league has definitely stepped it up, and we need to step it up, and we have done that.
And you have some unfinished business, too, right?
Oh,
I mean, getting there to the doorstep last year, maybe this year.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
That trophy
no doubt. There's still great teams out there, Palisades, Eagle Rock, Venice. We need to keep playing good volleyball.
But you have some motivation now, right, to try and get that final prize.
No doubt.
Great job, and it was Palisades that got you last year in the finals. Maybe this year you can get some revenge, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's Blake Pohevitz. He's our player of the match, presented by Amtrak Pacific Surfliner. We'll step out one more time. Will and I will wrap it up right after this.
Southern California has always been a land of discovery. From historic gems to iconic beaches to top attractions. Let the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner be part of your journey as you explore more of the place we call home. Reconnect with the communities you love most, with the people you love most. Isn't it time you rediscovered Southern California?
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
That muscle memory, right?
Well, they're filing out of the John Furlong Gymnasium here in Woodland Hills, the Taft High School. 3-2 for the visiting Chatsworth Chancellors. They'll be retaining that #1 ranking, but Will Reinhardt, it was not easy.
No, Taft never makes anything easy. I mean, West Valley rivals, the talent is tremendous, and honestly, in the playoffs, do you want to play Taft?
Well, there's Armin Mercado's prodigy getting it done, Cena Agassi.
Cena had his work cut out for him. He knew he would. He didn't take anything for granted here. He was prepared to go the distance, and they did.
You really like the work of Dunn and Dixon.
Dixon was just a revelation tonight. Dunn had magical moments. So did Kim. And you heard that in the post game that we did with Blake Pohevitz, and he just kept talking about his teammates, and it really was a team effort tonight.
Yeah, star players seem to do that a lot. They never want to take the credit, but you know that they deserve a lot of the credit.
True, but isn't it so nice to have that luxury where if you're having a bit of an off night, as he was by his own standards, by his own admission, and then he had his teammates to lift him up there at the end, and then that just gave him the fire to finish it.
Yeah, statistically, his numbers are going to be huge in terms of kills, but he had too many hitting errors by his standards. But that power is fun to watch, isn't it?
Man, he's going to be just doing the same thing next year on the college level. It's incredible. His game looks like it's ready to translate to the next level.
Hey, you know what, Will? This was a lot of fun getting you back in the saddle again. We did a lot of matches over the years, and it's great to be reunited.
It is. It's so nice to be back in person, and just enjoying all this kind of stuff. And the boys deserved a night like this. I'm so glad everyone was able to see it.
Good luck to your Verdugo Hills team. You'll probably be a division lower, but you have a shot at, D1?
We're looking right now probably Division II. I don't think we'll qualify for the Open, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Okay, D2. Well, you think you can win it?
we'll have a shot at it. I mean, nothing's given away, but we expect to make some noise, that's for sure.
All right. That's Will Reinhardt. I'm Randy Rosenbaum. That's going to wrap it up. We thank our entire LA36 crew. You had to enjoy this one. It went 5. We promised you 5. We knew it would be competitive. Chatsworth was just too strong in that 5th and deciding set, 15-6. For Will, I'm Randy. We'll see you next time on our Amtrak Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week. Good night, everybody, from Woodland Hills.